Hello everybody, welcome back to the farm. This is a Shadowbox, and it is the same day that we have gone on our spending spree. It's a different real life day. I recorded last episode last night, and now it's this morning. So, but the same in-game day. You can see I accidentally ran over the crop a little bit here, because I wasn't paying attention. But we have the first stage of growth in our crops, so we are going to grab a weeder. Well, grab the weeder and take care of it. Free level of fertilization. Alright. Flip around, get the weight on the front. So how's everyone doing today? Today's Saturday, and I'm planning on doing a live stream on the multiplayer farm later today. We've made some pretty significant progress on there as well. Can't wait to show you guys that. Oh boy. I can't wait for mod maps to start coming out. As soon as we get mod maps coming out, like decent mod maps coming out, we're going to be replacing Sosnovka with a mod map. Alright. So, let's see what this thing does. Hopefully it doesn't, like, destroy crops, because it doesn't have care wheels. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Is it 12 meter working width? And I don't think you have to turn it on. I think you just lower it. Yep. Alright, let's go. Okay, that's kind of weird. I expected some kind of, like, effect of, like, plants being pulled out by the root or something like that. Or like a cultivator animation or something. But instead it's just like, it's almost like you're putting down fertilizer. I mean, I knew that's what the effect of the weeder would be adding a level of fertilizer to the crops. I know there was a bug using the weeder. I read about it. I never actually, this is the first time I've used a weeder. There was a bug where you could use the weeder on any stage of growth on your crops, and it would add a level of fertilizer. So it's basically, you know, one-time fee and then free fertilizer forever. I'm not going to test to see if that bug is still there, because that's pretty exploity, and a new patch just came out yesterday, so they may have patched that. I know they patched a few issues that were in multiplayer, so thank you, Giants. Yeah, so maybe they patched that, but we're not going to find out. We're going to just use the weeder for one of the levels of fertilization, and that'll help with our money quite a bit. Because, I mean, we'd probably go through 1,000 units of fertilizer just to fertilize these 3 fields. Maybe a little more. Alright. I'm just glad this tractor is powerful enough to pull the weeder. And we don't have to go put thin wheels on one of the case tractors or anything like that. Oh man, I can't wait for the harvest. Test out our new harvester. We do still have a couple items down at the shop, but I got tired of driving back and forth. So we still have a pallet fork down there, The corn header is down there, and I think something else. But I just figured when we need them, we'll go get them. I really don't want to take the harvester back down there if I don't have to. And we're going to need a flatbed trailer anyway, so I'm kind of thinking that we'll just buy a flatbed trailer. And then I'll take this tractor down there and see if I can't use the pallet forks to scoop the corn header onto a trailer. I doubt that's going to work. But I kind of want to try it. Maybe I'll try it in a test map first. I do want to get field 19, field 16, 23, and 24 though. Really want to get some more fields. And some animals. What animal do you guys think we should go first? Go first? Go for first. I'm thinking pigs. Just because they're new and exciting and cool. Those sheep apparently make a lot more money this time around than they did in previous games. They just make the money slower. What do we have? I think we have wheat and 2 fields of soybean, if I remember right. We're gonna get a lot of wheat off that field. Yeah, so I am really liking this game, and I actually just went through my Steam list and I noticed I have Transport Fever. I forgot that I actually pre-ordered Transport Fever, so I could have been playing Transport Fever the last couple days and didn't realize it. I thought I couldn't afford to buy it right now, but hey, I already bought it. So I might be trying that out on the channel pretty soon. Actually, you might see it before this video, even, because I've only put up episodes 1 and 2, and this is episode 5. So yeah, you'll probably see Transport Fever before you see this video. It looks like a really good game, though. I actually had a lot of fun with Train Fever. I mean, not an insane amount of fun like some people had. I put like 40 or 50 hours into Train Fever and thought it was fun, but it was too... like, what you could do was too limited. Like, there wasn't enough goods. You could move people, or you could move, like, generic goods. And this, now, in Transport Fever, not only can you use trains, you can use trains, planes, boats, and automobiles. You could use trucks in Train Fever as well, but not planes or boats. But yeah, in Train Fever you could yeah, I already said that, you can only move passengers and cargo. In Transport Fever you can move like grain, livestock, coal, lumber. I don't even know everything that you can move. It's quite an impressive list. I mean, it wasn't as much stuff as like Railroad Tycoon, where you could move, you know, coal, steel, wool, clothing, automobiles, coal. I already said coal, whatever. Too much to list. Mail. People, but Transport Fever has boats and planes going for it, so yeah. In fact, I might try that out as soon as I'm done recording this episode. I'm gonna get a drink of my coffee. Good stuff. That's probably why my voice sounds a little hoarse. It's because I just woke up like 15 minutes ago. But I was excited to play with our new toys on the farm. Yeah, this little T5 was definitely a good investment. We can use this for caring for the growing plants, and we can use the big tractors for turning over the fields and hauling stuff. And you'll see that in the multiplayer series too. I kind of emulated the same style with a small tractor with a front loader and care wheels that does the fertilization, and then a couple bigger tractors that do the heavy work. Oh, we also have the corn and sweet potato seeder is still down at the shop as well. You know what? I think next we're going to get some sunflower down. I think we'll get some corn and some sunflower down. Which means we'll have to cultivate all the fields. Actually, we have to plow all the fields anyway, so we can skip the cultivating. That'll be interesting. I've never used the big plow like that before. I've always used the small 3-meter one that can flip around. So what I'll probably do, I'll probably take the plow. I'll probably use the plow myself, and then after I finish a field, I'll start a hired worker on the seeder. And then I'll plow the other 2 fields. What I would like to do, I'd like to get that New Holland sprayer, the self-propelled sprayer. And then I can, because it has narrow wheels on it, right? So it won't hurt the crops. I'm thinking I will use the pellets as like the initial fertilizer that gets like cultivated in, or like right after the cultivation. When the plants spring up like they are now, I'll use the weeder, and then I'll use the sprayer when they're for the next and final step. There's also a seeder that fertilizes, cultivates, and seeds. So that would be great to have. And you know what I just realized? Since that mechanic is in this game, we're going to be able to get like true modded seeders that can do that, because in previous games, you know, there was the 2-part seeders that in real life they seeded and fertilized, but in game they actually seeded and cultivated because you couldn't really attach a fertilizer to the seeder or something like that. We're actually going to be able to have those in this game. That's really cool. I love like the John Deere air carts or air seeders. You know, I'm surprised that Farming Simulator didn't secure a license with John Deere. I'm not a huge John Deere fan, but they are a major agriculture machine brand in America. So I'm surprised they didn't go for it. Maybe they tried and John Deere is just not negotiating or something. But, you know, we'll get them through mods. I like to have a couple pieces of John Deere equipment. I don't like to go all green. Just because most farms that I see around here have at least 1 or 2 pieces of John Deere equipment, and then the rest is usually Case IH or New Holland. And I work with John Deere equipment at work. Not tractors and harvesters, but skid loaders. I wonder what our daily maintenance cost is going to be with all this mid-tier equipment. Except that harvester. That harvester might be high. No, that's not endgame, because the endgame one is really, really big. That's just big. And that's a mid-tier harvester. Probably an upper mid-tier harvester. The small New Holland one is probably just a regular mid-tier harvester, or a low-end, or a low mid-tier harvester. And I just wanted to get this weeding done, but I think you've seen enough weeding, and I think I've rambled long enough. So I will bring you guys back when it's the next day and we have something else to do. Or you know what? I think I'll just bring you back for the harvest. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray down a layer of fertilizer on the fields as well, and then we're gonna harvest. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back for the harvest. Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, the fields are grown, and I did spray them with another round of fertilizer, so they are fully fertilized. So we will be getting 90% more on this harvest. I am going to disable the straw swath just because, that's weird, just because I neglected to buy a baler or a pickup wagon, so there's no point in having the swath out there at the moment. Let's pull up all this stuff. It's more like a 10 meter working with, wouldn't you say? Say 10. That'll work for us. And this is good. Let's go. You can see we've got our Case Puma up ahead with the Joskin trailer. Things looking good. Rear camera. Courtesy of drive control. You just hold down right alt if you didn't know you could do that. You can look out at your pipe. So you'd be like, whee. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get about 3,000 per pass. It's a little less than what I thought we were going to get. I thought we were going to get like 5,000 per pass, but it is what it is. I also forget that I'm playing on hard on this save, and on the multiplayer series we're playing on normal. So yeah, yield is going to be a little bit less on this series than on the multiplayer series. Good grief, this makes harvesting so much better. Old harvester, this would have been 4 passes on the old harvester, what we've just done. And I thought we would have no problem getting that tipper full to capacity, but it looks like we're going to be probably only about 80% full on that tipper. When we're done with the whole field, I mean. Maybe not even, maybe like half full. I think I need to do, I'll probably do this off camera. I'll probably do a few missions in between episodes to get our reputation with some farmers up, and hopefully we can get an extra field soon. I'd like to get 23, 24, 19, and 16 eventually. We'll have to convert one of those fields to a grass field. Alright, so we'll get at least 20,000 liters off of this field. I was expecting something more along the lines of 50,000 liters though, but again, I was basing it off of, oh no, actually, I was basing that off of an easy save game. Forgot, on the multiplayer series, on the server, we're on Sosnovka on normal, but yesterday when the new update came out, the server crashed from it, so I had to wait for support to fix the server for me. So we were just playing Goldcrest Valley on easy, just hosted off of one of our computers, just until our server came back up. So that's where I was getting at. Oh, I expect 50,000 liters off this field from an easy save game. So yeah, we'll probably get about 25,000 liters off of this field. And I believe the other two fields are soybean, right? So we'll probably get like 10,000 liters of soybean in total. And I'm sorry for all the pounding and stuff you can hear in the background. It is the weekend. It is the time I had to record videos. And it's also the time when the siblings are home. Though hopefully in a couple months I'll have an EMT job and we'll be able to afford my own place. That would be fantastic. This equipment is making short work of this field. I approve. Definitely glad we went with this harvester instead of the New Holland one. And the New Holland one's not a bad harvester, but it is smaller. I think the header on it is like 2/3 the size of this one or something like that. Alright. I'm going to try to get videos published more frequently. because I did just, my job is kind of seasonal. So I went from working 40 or 50 hours a week plus going to school to working 10 hours a week and going to school. So I'm going to try to get more videos out, though I may have to find a new job so I can continue to pay for school. But we'll see how that goes. So yeah, what are we going to need for pigs? We're going to need corn as their base food, which we can get at this point. We're going to need water. We are going to need straw, so we're going to need a baler and a bale shredder or a forage wagon. I'd rather do the bales though. And we're going to need... Do pigs eat grass? I don't think so. They do. They don't need, but they like to have root crop and maybe grain as well, but I know their biggest, no, protein. Root crop and protein, so soybean or sunflower, which we can get no problem, again. Cows need a base feed of silage, I believe. And they also need grass and total mixed ration. I thought I had tapped and trains turned off. There we go. And now we should be able to finish this whole field, no problem. I was like, we seem to be going a little crooked. I can't wait to get my hands on Transport Fever. Well, it's been downloading when I've been playing this episode. So, it actually finished downloading when we were off camera. So yeah, as soon as I'm done harvesting these fields and getting them started to be turned over, we're going to be, well, I'm going to be recording Transport Fever. And hopefully you guys like that, because I think I'm going to like it. Apparently it has a campaign mode now, and I'm really excited to check that out. As in, Train Fever is all free mode. I might need to go to a push to talk on my recording software. And the problem, of course, is remembering to push it. And that's just so you guys get less background noise. Alright, almost done with this field, so I think what I'll actually do, I think I'll hire a worker to get started on the field with the plow. And remember, my policy is only to have one hired worker at a time for the time being. So, yeah. We will get a worker to start turning over this field with the plow, and we will start harvesting the soybean. But we will probably do that off camera, as this episode is probably getting around the half-hour mark. That's going to be what I'm shooting at for episode lengths. But you guys got to see some new equipment being used, the weeder and the new harvester and new tractor and trailer. And we got the big field harvested. So yeah, I think I will, well, I'll let you guys see, obviously, what the final yield is. Looks like it's going to be about 25,000. Or a little over. Oh, and another bonus of going for pigs is that we'll be able to use manure and slurry to fertilize the fields. So we can get that down and then plow or cultivate it in, and then go from there. That'll just be another step of quote unquote free fertilization. It's not really free because you have to pay to feed the pigs and keep the pigs maintained, but it's pretty good. I can't decide if we should get a baler or a field as our next piece of equipment. I'm thinking a baler right now, just because you can get a couple thousand extra bucks from selling the straw off of this field. Alright, about 28,500. Sweet. So yeah, it's a good thing I got this trailer. This trailer is like the perfect size for what we need right now. Because I believe wheat has the highest yield of any of the crops. So yeah, 91% full. I don't think there's a good price for wheat right now, is there? Nope. I'm gonna try to only sell my crops when there's a good price, so when a price is highlighted in green. Or blue. Blue is a great demand. If I need money, like badly, then I will go ahead and sell the crop, but we're in single player, so I can just do missions if we really need money. There we go. Alright, we'll just get this guy parked up next to the next field, and we will start the plow. Once we start the plow, we will call it an episode. There we go. So yeah, our next yield off of this field of wheat will be even better because the field will be plowed. So we'll get another 10% basically off of what we got there. So another 2,000. Yeah, we'll be getting around like the 30,000 liter range. And probably quite a few hay bales, or straw bales. Let's see, can this... It doesn't look like this field... Or this, Oh, jeez. There goes the piano. Yep, it's time to end the video. So... let's go ahead and hire the worker. Hopefully he'll do a good job for me. Let's see, that is helper... J. So that's helper Jack. Alright, Jack. Go for it. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Farming Simulator 17. Still loving this game. Not loving the background noise. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it'll be resolved before the next video. Remember to check out the Transport Fever series if you're interested in that. And that'll be coming soon. If it's not out already. So yeah. Have a good one, guys.